So, something a little different this time. I've built a settlement building in the middle of an open piece of water in the river, in the deep water. The idea is based off Celtic or Gaelic Crannog, which is a settlement or building built on a man-made island in the middle of a body of water as a defensive position. So, as you can see, the building in front of us that fits these criteria. First of all, built on wooden foundations with wooden piles supporting some parts of the decking, and then a largish building with living spaces, and then some crafting stations on the decking in front. Now we'll just swim across until we get to the other side, and then we have here's first of all a ladder which we climb up onto the decking. Two walls on each side with windows in, which allow the people living there to cover the doorway and protect it from being kicked in. So we'll just open the door peaceably and walk our way in, and we'll have a quick look round out here on the decking. And yeah, the usual suspects, and a carpenter's bench, an artisan's bench, garrison's blacksmith, improved smelter, and a drying rack, and a smelter with a chimney to carry away the fumes and smoke. And then the front of the building we can see several windows and a couple of trophies on the front of the gables. And in between these two buildings on the parts of the building on the front, there's a gallery of a balcony between the two, so that people can come out and sit on the in the sun in the summer. And then an entranceway here to get into the building, and we go in here and we find ourselves within the main living space, where the relaxation, eating, and all the things you do when you've got nothing else to do at home and you don't want to go to bed yet. So we can see the lads have been having a drink earlier on. There's the empty mugs on the table, and then a stove here on the front, oven and a stove for cooking of meals. And as you can see, a fairly low ceiling, just one story, quite adequate for this sort of building. It's nothing grand, it's just somewhere to live and to keep your stuff. And this is the bedroom with one bed, so when I die this is where I come back to. And yeah, some various things on a shelf at the top here, an incense burner, a mug, a jug, a candle, some pictures on the wall, and a couple of trophies, and just a quite comfortable place to sleep, and a chest to put all my bits and bobs in. And then back out here and turn around behind the table, there's a stairway leading up into the second story, and we've got a couple more of crafting benches here. There's an improved armourer's bench, and a dismantling bench for recycling broken or discarded and not unwanted armour and weapons and whatnot, and things that can be broken down into their constituent parts to be reused. And we have a brazier here for creating some of the alchemic reagents needed for various things like making steel, and some alchemy recipes need that sort of thing. And we've got an alchemist bench here for making of all sorts of different things that alchemists make. And then this is the balcony that I mentioned earlier. You come and stand outside here, and you can sit out and stand here or sit here and look out across the bay towards Helga's house and the complex of temple and training areas. And if you want to get away from it all, then they can come over here and kick back and be relatively safe with a large body of water around them, deep water, which keeps most things away. So, and then we can go back downstairs again, and you can see high ceilings here with us directly under the roof to give plenty of headroom, just in case I want to move things around, etc. I don't have to worry about bumping into the ceiling. And we can come back out here on the decking, and that's really about it. That's the whole building. And yeah, I quite enjoy building it, and it's got my usual things on it that I usually have, because a lot of the workbenches I don't really bother to use. I forget my ingredients in other directions, but the carpentry and the metalworking equipment is a thing dear to my heart, so I usually have those, and occasionally I use the alchemy stuff. But now that was this building. Another one of my little design and development things. My thing, if you see what I mean. I've made a few of these videos now, but now's the time to say goodbye, because this is the end. It's finished. We've had a look round, we've seen everything there is to see, so goodbye until the next time.